Oh, twins.
Twins.
Let's get into it. So today's video is about why you should have two phones.
Why you should have two phones.
Why you need two phones.
Yeah, we both have two phones and we're big advocates of having two phones.
Now, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. But it might be. So Dan, what's the first reason why you think we should have two phones?
Alright, so I've had two phones, Apple and an Android, for about 2 years now, and it's completely changed the way I do things. Number one, you get access to two operating systems. Now, I was a diehard Samsung guy. I was a diehard Android guy. You know, everything Android.
Why?
Because it functions like a computer, and I can do everything with it. You know, I can reverse engineer. I feel like I'm in control, right? So I was always against Apple. However, once I tasted what Apple could do, and I tasted the operating system, that's it. Took the bite of the apple. I could all of a sudden have access to all of what Apple could do, and having two sides of the coin, you don't often have that, you know, when it comes to sort of technology. So that's my first reason.
We're having two different operating systems. In terms of the apps, you can see all the range that Apple have to offer. And sometimes you can get completely different functionality in the apps.
Yeah.
Not just that, you can have the same app, but it can be a lot better on Android or on Apple. Or you can have a lot more invasiveness in terms of how much you can play with the app. I know with Android, it's a lot easier to jailbreak it. And number two, the second reason why you should definitely have two phones is because the signal can go out anytime. You could be on top of a mountain.
That's a good point.
You can be in town. You can be late at night. Someone could be chasing you. You could be in a horror film and fall over and need to call someone.
Hey, we don't want that.
You could be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and they say phone a friend, but the signal's not working. So what I'm saying is that you need two phones just because the signal might give out. It might be the phone itself or it might be the SIM card.
That's it. Having two options, I think there's a lot to be said for that, because you never know what situation you're going to find yourself in.
In life, you need options. In life,
that's it.
Different things.
100%.
Different things.
100%. I totally agree with that.
Options is confidence.
Yeah, abundance. So right now, I actually have this phone right here, and at the same time, we're filming on our other phones. Okay, so what that means is that while I'm doing something with that phone, I can do something with this phone, which brings me to our third point. Now, when you're on the phone talking to someone, having a serious business conversation, usually having to quote some figures or facts, you can research with your other phone, and that's what I often find myself doing. I often find myself, on the phone, even if it's hands-free. You know, that phone is occupied because I'm on the phone, and you can't really do certain options and certain things with that phone. So with the other phone, I'm actually researching, I'm actually doing certain things with the other phone.
So what you're saying, with two phones, you're time traveling. It's the easiest way to time travel. Essentially, you're in one time zone in one phone doing something, and you can be communicating on a different phone. You can actually be communicating at the same time.
It's true.
It's true. In two different time zones. Back to the future.
How are we time traveling? I don't quite understand that. You're gonna have to break that one down for me. Sorry.
Everyone's doing so many things. You could be having a business meeting on one. You could be having a text meeting on the other. You could be in group chat, having jokes, planning a holiday.
Fair enough.
And essentially, you're doubling your time.
Point taken.
See what I mean?
It is a cost associated with having two lines, whether it's going to be £30 a month, £60 a month, double. It's not cheap. But if you're constantly doing things, if you're constantly busy, and most of us are, particularly if we're living in London, I think it is worthwhile having a look at it. There is usually teething problems, because if you have Android and you're used to Android, if you're trying out Apple, you're going to find it a little bit techie at the beginning. But once you're past that first week, then you're going to be fine.
But we're forgetting a very important benefit of having two phones. When someone's trying to call you, or someone's belling off your phone, they're popping up every 10 minutes, or not even every 10 minutes, consistently. They're trying to get hold of you.
Blowing up your phone.
The whole thing's
blowing up your phone.
And you want to do other things. You want to send a text message. You want to go on your phone and look at something, and you can't do it because they're calling you, and you don't want to block them, because if you block them, you know they're going to know. That's why you have two phones. You put that phone, let it ring, put it on one side, put it face down.
Yep.
It's got to be face down.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong. And the next thing, the last reason for me, is that people know you're about your business. People know that you're trying to get things done, and I think it adds a certain type of prestige when you have two phones and you're always using both of them.
And also, if you want to have work-life balance.
Okay, go on.
I guess that's an easy one, because a lot of people get a phone from work. But even in your personal life, say you have, I'm not trying to say you should have two different personal lives, but you might have
wait, hold on.
Tracks.
Hey, we're not on that African uncle kind of
personal life.
Two phones, mistress, wife.
It could be any uncle. Why African?
Hey,
Don't drop the African uncles in that.
That's the typical
boiling
thing, isn't
water.
it? That's the typical thing. Everyone knows the two phone bandit.
Which country?
You can actually have one for work and one for play, or one for media, which is that's what I do. I have one for medicine, one for researching things, one for when I'm in the hospital, and one for more social media and taking videos and films.
Phone, you could give it to put number. You got a fourth phone.
Yeah,
We won't get into that. We won't get into that.
yeah, exactly.
That's the takeaway.
That's it.
Summary: it's good to have two phones.
Oh, twins.